We have been given this tremendous blessing from God, a gift that we did not earn. And yet 90% of us are holding it to ourselves. Now, there may be some of us that say, here's the thing, evangelism is not my gift. And there are people that have evangelism as their spiritual gift. I'm sure all of us can think of somebody in our minds that we go, man, that guy would evangelize to a fence post. It just comes natural. I have a friend that she's amazing. She can just walk up to a total stranger, strike up a conversation. Within 2 minutes, she's talking about church, about Jesus, about the gospel, and even I am standing back like, wow, Sarah, that is incredible. How do you do that, right? Up here. Okay, thank you. So you might say, that's not me. Evangelism is not my gift. But here's what I would say to you. If salvation is your gift, then evangelism is your command. You may not be given the gift of evangelism where it just comes naturally to you, but if you've been given the gift of salvation, then you have been given the command of evangelism. You see, we're called to do a lot of things that don't come naturally to us. We're commanded to do a lot of things in Scripture that we don't have the natural inclination towards. In fact, you might argue that most of the things that we're commanded to do in Scripture go against every inclination that we have. But we cannot stand before God and say, well, you know, I just wasn't good at it, and expect to have any kind of positive response. If you remember in the New Testament, Jesus tells the parable of the talents. And he says, to one servant is given 1 talent. To another servant is given 2 talents. To another servant is given 5. And the master comes back from the journey and he goes to the guy who has 5 talents. And the guy says, I took the 5 talents that you gave me and I turned it into 10. Here is the gain. And the master says, well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into your reward. And then the guy given 2 talents comes to him and says, Master, I took the 2 talents that you gave me, and now there's 4. And the master says, well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into your reward. And then the guy with 1 talent comes and he says, now here's the thing, master. I was afraid, and I knew that you're a hard master, and I didn't want to lose what you gave me, so I buried it in the ground. I didn't want to lose it. I didn't do anything with it. Here it is. And the master's response to him is, you wicked, lazy servant. How dare you? And he casts him out. My friends, here's the thing. There are certain people that have been given 5 talents. My friend Sarah has been given 5 talents. We might not be 5-talent people. But if you're not a 5-talent person, God's expectation isn't for 10 talents to come from you. If you're a 1-talent person, if you're like, you know what, this is real hard for me, I got 1 talent, God expects 1 more.